So fear and greed, these are two most basic elements of human psychology which drive the world financial markets, any market, and these two are thought to be the most important and the most fundamental elements which always influence the market participants and their actions, and accordingly we see the market moving based on these two elements. Right now in front of me, this is the chart of US index S&P 500. This comprises of top 500 companies in the US markets, and this is the index. And as you can see here, yesterday there was a big correction or fall in the market because of the rising tension between North Korea and US. And after consolidating at this level for several days, suddenly there was a sharp drop here. So now this became very interesting chart. And based on our fear and greed index or elements, we can see that whether we can make some reasonable forecast that what is going to happen from now onwards and where is this market about to go, whether this fall will continue or it will bounce back again and continue towards the previous direction which it has been doing extremely well during 2016 and 2017. So how do we see these fear and greed elements? Where do we find information on them? Let us look at a website. This is published by CNN.com. It's called CNN Money, and they do a calculation and publish every day a data which they call as fear and greed index. So this is that fear and greed index. As you can see here, it is now coming to 31, fallen into fear zone because of the yesterday's panic sell, and even 1 week ago also it was in the greed mode, greed zone around 60. And how this is calculated, there are several factors which they take into account while calculating this index. These are the factors listed here: stock price breadth, stock price strength, market momentum, junk bond demand, put and call options, their ratio, the volatility in the market, and they consider all of these factors and they list that at which mode the market is according to these individual factors. So for example, in market volatility is in extreme fear mode. In the put call option calculation also it is in the extreme fear mode, and like that this is a summarized one. Finally, of all these elements, this is the summarized chart where they say this is the fear and greed index over time. So this is what it was in 2015, 2016, and now it is in 2017. So I've taken a screenshot of this chart. I'm going to compare this with my S&P 500 index. So let's see how it looks parallelly. Okay, here it is. 2015, 2016, 2017, and here are the corresponding chart of S&P 500. So as you can see that let's take an example of this 2015. Whenever the market, the fear level comes to the extreme, the market also comes to the extreme zone. And whenever the greed level goes to the extreme, for example in this case in 2016, mid of 2016, and we saw market is continuously going up around that time. And in 2017 also, this place where the greed level has reached more than 80, almost 90 level, and we can see the market was trading at all-time high. But this doesn't tell us what is going to happen next. This doesn't tell us anything about forecasting. So how to forecast? Is there a way to guess that what is going to happen? This is not for any trading system. This is not for any particular strategy or methodology. This is just about to get a feel that what is most probably going to be the next move of the market. So my best way of analyzing and forecasting is to look for divergence between these two. Divergence means basically, when if I call this as my indicator, then when my indicator moves uh, in a different fashion, in an opposite way than the market is moving, then we spot a divergence, and we think that something is not right, something is not going in a proper way, so there will be a correction to the existing. That's what the fundamental of divergence is. So let's see, for example, in 2015 we had here there was two peaks, one here and one here, but this second peak did not cross the previous peak, so we have a downward slope here. And if we spot it right on the fear and greed chart in 2015, this was the period I was showing on the chart. This is the one from here to here, and we can see that there was a divergence. So this line is sloping upwards and this one was downwards. Whenever that is spotted, it is expected that the existing direction will be corrected. So this market was going up nicely, and we see just after this divergence there was a sharp fall and it came down up to this point. Fine. Next interesting thing excuse me, we can spot at this level beginning of 2016. Here between this valley and this valley we can see there is an upward slope, but correspondingly here on the chart we can see there was a downward slope. This is called a classic regular divergence scenario, and whenever that happened, immediately there was a sharp rise in the market. Okay, what is the next opportunity we can spot here? Well, probably here between these two we can see, if we connect these two valleys, we can see it was a downward slope, and the corresponding positions here will be these two, where we can clearly see a divergence. This is a different kind of divergence. This is called hidden bullish divergence, and exactly from here, after a few days of further continuing downwards, finally the market picked up from there. Okay, so the next level, similarly we can spot, there are several places and everywhere it honored. For example, this one, end of 2016 and beginning of first quarter of 2017, we can spot a downward slope here between the peaks, and the corresponding figures here is going to be from here to here. This is clearly upward, this one. So that's a classic regular divergence. And there was a small correction, it was not a big one, there was a small correction from there, but it came after that point. And what happened, we again got a divergence. So the fear and greed index continued to fall down and came up to this point, whereas the market didn't came down to that. This slope still remained upwards. So that creates a hidden divergence, and again from that point market started moving up. So in each and every occasion we saw these divergences are being honored, and finally during this extreme upward move, what we got here is from this previous peak we got a downward slope. So the market went to all-time high, but our fear and greed index could not cross the highest level which it achieved during the first part of 2017. So there was a downward slope here and there was an upward slope here. So I was expecting this correction for quite some time, and finally it came yesterday. So after yesterday, what now? So finally we can see the fear and greed index is standing here lower than our previous value. So here we have a downward slope. It's creating a hidden bullish divergence. We have a downward slope here, but the price still has not breached or crossed this previous low. So as long as this low is holding, which is somewhere around 2400, 2410, this level, if this level is held, is not broken, then definitely this market is again to go up and cross all-time high, because there is already a divergence created here. So hopefully we will most likely see the resumption of this uptrend after this panic is over, and we'll see market making new high. Thank you.